Hello and welcome everyone to another video. So in today's video, I want to be going over pop-up forms for your e-commerce store and how to build a high converting one. So this is going to be especially great for stores that are sort of struggling to get above that 3% submit rate through their pop-up form. So I think that this video will help you just address the common mistakes and give you like a good baseline to get to hopefully that 5-6%. And then from there, you can test, iterate, and hopefully get to that 8, 10, even more percent of customers being converted from your website to your email list. So why is that important? Because every customer or every person on your email list is worth a dollar amount. You should be looking at it in that sort of mindset. So let's say that you're only converting 3% at the moment. If we can convert that to 6% with some simple changes, that's automatically doubling your email revenue without even having to really do much. Just from simply fixing your pop-up form without any, having to send emails, fix your flows, whatever. Like your pop-up form is the first line in getting your, people to your email listing, generating cash. So this is super important. Now, a lot of stores ask for like way too much and overcomplicate it when it comes to pop-up forms. This is a big thing of testing, but ideally it just needs to be simple. Now, there's lots of different ways to go about making pop-up forms. You can go and use different sites, that are third party and create amazing pop-up forms and that. But for today, we're just going to stick on Klaviyo just to show you, we give you a good base of what you should be doing and some general rules. So if we come down here, we've got heaps of different templates, designs. I'm just going to show you only for mobile and not SMS or desktop. Otherwise, this video is going to be super long, but this is going to transfer, like all the information I'm going to tell you is going to transfer to both of those. So let's just scroll down and, okay, look, so this one's already following some good principles as it is. So we can just call this test. We can choose email list and we can create form. Let's get rid of this tab I have here. So already this pop-up form is got a good base really. So by the way, this is just a free Klaviyo account that I created to make this video. So ideally you won't have this here. Now, let's just picture that this is your logo, right? Now, this is already great because it's just like, do you want 10% off? I would get rid of this actually. Yes, delete block. The main thing is really the discount. That's all people care about, and that's all they're there for. They're not there, people don't want to give you their phone number, name, middle name, all this extra zero-party data. That's great, but get that after they've already given you their email. I see way too many brands, have it, locked in their pop-up form that you have to fill out this questionnaire, which is just stupid. So look, do you want 10% off? And then we'll just say, we'll just go down here. So I'm going to make this smaller, your first order. Or we'll say, let's just say get. We'll get rid of this. Delete block. Oh my God. Now, let's make this like 30. And we'll put that over here. We'll make this 30. And we'll make this, that's good at 60. Now, get 10% off your, whoops, I forgot to say first. So another thing that you can do here is instead of like just doing 10% off, which is generally what most people do, let's say your minimum order is $100. So instead of 10% off, we can say get $10 off your first order. So it's the exact same thing, but $10 is way more easier to picture and sounds more enticing than 10% because, we don't really think about that. If we just think, oh, we get $10 off our order, it's way more easier to imagine. So like I said, now what this form already is doing well is the CTA, get 10% off, and then we have another button that's saying no thanks. And we could just say close form, because what we want is to make this the main button that they use to close the form. we have this little X. What we can do is we can make that white, background color white, and then we can, we can change the transparency all the way to over here. So that way, is this doing that now? I'm not too sure, I can't tell if that's all the way gone or not. Let me just check. White. There we go. What we have here now is the button is just completely disappeared in plain sight. This is going to be their main form of closing the button. So we want to make sure we have go into actions, so we can go close form. So what's here? So it submits forms, submits the email list, show next step. A success page. We can say, thanks for signing up or something. This is something that you just have to test, obviously. Thanks for signing up. We could say, please use code, let's say XXX, to get $10 off your first order. Oops, I can't even spell right today. First order. Let's make that bold, and we will put that in the middle, and we'll make that to like 30. And then we can, I guess we could enter the coupon there, or what we could do, we already have the code there, if we can add a button here. And that button can say like start shopping. Start shopping. Now obviously you can change all the design and colors to fit your brand. I'm not going to go into all of that. Like I said, this is just to make things easy and understandable. So as well as this 10%, we want to make this highlighted. So we can even make this like, I don't know if that's a good color. Red's always an easy bet. Like get $10 off. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, we'll just make that red. So get 10% off your first order. And email, get 10% off. Make sure that is, yep. So also, let me just check. Now, this is a great starting point. This loads up after 4 seconds or whatever, when people come to the website, get 10% or $10 off, sorry. Get $10 off your first order. Email, get $10 off, no thanks. Success, thanks for signing up. Another thing that we can do, which I've seen, I mean, everyone is sort of doing it these days. I've seen it all over YouTube, email marketing, all that jazz. That's where I learned it from. And it seems to be working well, is you can do what's called like a little micro commit. So you can clone this and just say micro commit. And you can move this one if it lets me. Now, the exact same thing. And then it's just, do you want $10 off your first order? And then we'll just delete the email. And then after that, so when it pops up, it's just like a little psychological trigger again. We can actually change the padding. I don't know if that does anything. I don't know. Maybe it's on this one. There we go. Let's do that. That's too much. 25. So we can just block padding. That just gets it a little bit off the ground there, so it's not as close. So do you want $10 off your first order? Get 10% off, and then it goes into the email opt-in. Get $10 off your first order, and then success page. Thanks for signing up. So what else? If we go targeting behavior, yeah. So it's only on. Oh no. So this is another thing I forgot to mention. So we want to go into mobile only, and I'll display that and then go on mobile. Oh no, what am I doing? Mobile only. Sorry. Now I've got it. So make sure you change that to that. So that way, yes, perfect. I'm just going to move myself over here. So let me just double check. So timing, we don't want to do immediately. We're going to go based on rules after time delay. 4 seconds. That's what I think works best. You can test another thing that you can just test. All of this is about testing, like I said. So 4 to 12 seconds, I'm finding that anywhere between 4 and 6 is working well for me anyway. So we can go that. Let me just double check if I'm missing anything based on rules. You can keep this as this, mobile only. So if you want to, what I would suggest is just cloning this again and then making a desktop version, and then fitting the parameters and making sure that it fits nice and well on desktop. So you'll see if we go like this and we go to desktop, we do this, right? It's going to have a right image. So that's why we want to make it separate. So you have like an image there. This can sometimes make it a little bit slower. Make sure to compress your images if you're going to use images to make it the file less size so it loads up faster. But yeah, you have to fit this to your desktop standard. So we'll just go no side image again. Like I said, that looks crap now. What do we have? Custom 780, 500, right image. That's not the image. What do we have? Great, I've messed it up. That's because mobile only. There we go. And then we can come back to style 780. Yes, okay. So yeah, there you have it. That's a pretty basic, good starting point for you and your store for getting a pretty high converting. And obviously you want to change this to your logo, fit in your brand colors. Like this is obviously just like super basic and looks pretty crap, like design wise. But you get the gist of the sort of basic principles. So make sure it's nice and simple. The discount is the thing that we're going to be highlighting the most. Only make it only make it email. Don't make it other things. If you want to do zero-party data, like asking different questions related to the product, whatever, you can make that after this step. Create another step, whatever it is. It's probably best on other sites that do pop-ups, unlike Klaviyo, and then you can go to your success page. So the micro commit is a good way, and all this stuff is it works well from what I'm seeing. And this can get you to 5% easy just with this basic little basic setup. So I hope that makes sense in that regard. I'm just trying to see if I've forgotten everything, and you can just play around with it, like I said. So if $10 off doesn't work, try a mystery gift or try free shipping. If 4 seconds time delay doesn't work, try 6. A/B test it, but only test one thing at a time, obviously, because otherwise you won't know. So just A/B test one thing at a time, and just slowly try to get that percent up. Time delay gets it to 6%, a new offer gets it to 7, and so on. You can get to that 10% plus sweet mark, and you're going to be generating a lot more cash just from your pop-up form in general. So this has just been a quick tutorial on how to make a high converting pop-up form. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like an e-com checklist, a checklist to go through every time before you send an email, you can check that out in the description below, as well as like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, if you want to get in contact with me, you can just reach out to me on my social media and all that jazz. So anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day and love you.